a farmer in the field, however, we don't think that you would take your kernel of corn and put it in the ground that you have prepared, and then that afternoon go out and demand that it show itself to you as a stalk with ears. We think that you would be patient with the process of that gestation. We think you would understand in that case that it's a coming, you just can't see it yet. We think you would be patient and kind to it. We think you would be considerate of it. We think you would nurture it in every way you could. And most of all, we think that you would be expectant of positive results about it. But someone who did not know might dig it up and say, you've failed me, so I'll just eat you. We want you to realize that there is a gestation period for when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. You put all of these pieces of desire, we call them ingredients of creation, into a vibrational reality where they are becoming, where they are being tended to and adored by source energy, where the resources of the universe are responding to them, where the law of attraction is gathering the cooperative components, and where they will show themselves to you upon your readiness to receive them. Parts of them are being revealed to you at all times, but if you are in a mood or attitude where you're not willing to believe it until you see it, then you hold yourself incessantly apart from the fun along the way of getting to experience the deliciousness of the evolution of your vibrations turning to thoughts, and those thoughts turning to things where you can see them. And we know for sure that your life is not fun for you unless you know that you have put it there with all of the other ingredients, unless you have been willing to allow the law of attraction to gather those ingredients together, unless you have been willing to practice a state of being where you are consistently in a state of non-resistance, where you are in a state of being able to receive, where you are then receiving impulses and thoughts that you are willing to follow because you trust and expect. And then you get to witness the improvement, the escalation, the momentum, and the delicious unfolding of your creations as they show themselves to you bit by bit. There is a compilation of all of the ingredients that you have put there. Some of them you put there before you got into this physical body. Oh, good stuff. Things like adoring yourself and others, things like knowing your value, things like knowing the blessedness of who you are, things like knowing the eternal nature of your being, things like eagerness about being alive in this physical body, things about the love that you feel for all of humanity and all of not humanity, those like us. We're not human, but we are in on it with you in every heartbeat along the way. And so as you come to realize that there is an attitude of appreciation about what you have created, and you begin to accept the reality. We've written 2 books. We so much want you to accept this reality. We call it the vortex, this vibrational compilation of hopes and dreams and desires that you have gathered, that are there ready to show themselves to you in different compilations, just like the ingredients in your well-stocked kitchen will show you. And do you know that as these ingredients swirl and evolve and interrelate and become, that you can catch glimpses of them? In fact, you do. And when you find yourself in a good feeling daydream where you are just for a moment catching a glimpse of something that feels so good to you while you catch the glimpse, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, that daydream is evidence that you have been in a vibrational state where you have allowed a compilation of some of those ingredients to be realized by you. Most people don't spend any time trying to daydream. Most people don't spend any time segment intending or pre-paving or making lists of positive aspects or getting on rampages of appreciation, because most people don't know the power of the ingredients that are swirling and ready for them. Most people aren't ready to consciously and actively realize that they are the creator of their own experience, and that the mechanism for creation is underway and being tended by source energy. So most people don't follow the path of least resistance, which is the path that feels so good. Most people follow the path of most resistance or greater resistance, where they've decided that they're going to struggle and prove themselves, where they decided that they're going to compare and compete, where they decided that they're going to defend. And we get that. We get that you want to be right. We just want so much for you to know that you are right. If we could convince you of the rightness of your beingness, then maybe you would let the defensiveness of your beingness fall by the wayside. And that would go a long way to letting you be in a place where you could realize more of those things that you're wanting. So we'll chew together today, and we'll drop some resistance by the wayside, and we will amplify what's in your vibrational reality. And already your vibration has been rising so that you are much more in vibrational harmony with who you really are. And together today, we will touch upon the wholeness of who you are with enough emphasis and steadiness that you will not soon stray from your new vibrational set point without knowing it. Oh, you will stray, because your life will keep having ground glass in it. In other words, life is coming to you. You say, my life is coming at me. It feels like assertion. But your life is coming to you based upon the vibrations that you've got going. And it's so easy to understand why those vibrations would be present within you. Of course they would. Of course they would. But you get to choose which among those things that come to you you want to keep coming, and which of those things that you would rather just drift by the wayside. You get to choose whether you are under the influence of this source energy that is truly the basis of who you are, where you can feel the power of your aligned thought, the power of your daydream, the power of your non-resisted thought in comparison with your struggle and sacrifice and competition that most humans are experiencing. We enjoyed this interaction, and it was one. You weren't saying anything with your words, but oh, did we feel you. We received your vibrational responses to what we offered. We received your vibrational responses to the vibrations that we outputted that Esther didn't yet translate, because you're receiving us on many levels of your being. Each of you is a receiver, equivalent to what Esther is doing here and now. You just don't quite know it yet. We are eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. Do not worry about us. We will wedge our message in the crack. Also, understand that it will be a perfect unfolding. So do your best not to be irritated with the irritating person who is sitting here irritating you. Sometimes it is really helpful to you. What do you want to talk about? It's going to be a good day. It is being a good day. Magnificent culmination of creators start right here. You are the one.